Test, test. We're on. Hello, Nick. Nick. Test, 1, 2. 1, 2, test. Hello. Oh, I'm a little hot there. I bet that's better. Hello. Hello. Test. Still a little bit hot. Let me get my mic away here. There, that's a little better. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Hello. We're at 9 o'clock. It's a goodie. And it's a good evening from the George Mace Ice Arena. We are getting all set for boys varsity Watertown Laker hockey. We've been here all weekend long. We did the girls game tonight, and we did the boys and the girls game last night. Last game of the weekend for us in our broadcast. We're bringing it to you live from KSDR AM 1480 Watertown. And we are going to live stream. If you go to gowatertown.net, you can catch us on the live stream, and we will be bringing you all the play-by-play action. We're 9 minutes away from starting out this game, and this is going to be an interesting game tonight. The Watertown Lakers last night beat Huron, and that final score was 8-2, and I have to say that the Watertown Lakers looked like a pretty good team last night. We'll see what happens tonight. I got a feeling this Mitchell's team is a little bit deeper than Huron was. And now Mitchell comes into this one with not a loss or a win. They tied last night in Aberdeen at 2-2. So they're coming off of a tie, and they would surely like to get that first win in South Dakota hockey. This season just starting out. There were some very interesting games last night around the state. A couple, I already told you about the Mitchell Aberdeen as a tie, and starting out the season, Sioux Falls 1 beat Sioux Falls 2 4-1. And the other game that was of real interest to a lot of people around the state was Brookings went out to Oahe, out to Pierre, and they lost 4-3. Speaking of that game, Brookings state championship going into this season, state champion, and highly touted again with the kids and coaches and so forth and their staff that was coming by. And Oahe seemed to be a question mark where they were going to be. Well, we already know now where they're going to be. So that kind of shakes things up right off the bat when it comes to boys varsity hockey. Your state champion loses the first game of the year. Another interesting point that's happening tonight is the fact that Brookings is going to Sioux Falls 1. So Brookings has their work cut out for them. That state champion from last year, everybody's gunning for them, so it's going to be really interesting to keep an eye on that game tonight. You can also keep an eye on that game and all the other games if you go to South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association. Go to the website, and you can check out all the live scoring that's going on, and it'll keep you updated live, at least on the scores. The other happening that's going on right now is the JV game we just got done when Mitchell Marlins took it to the Watertown Lakers 8-0. We are in the broadcast booth tonight here at the George Mace Ice Arena. It's the Relia Bank booth. And joined up in the booth with me is Lucas Deutsch, and he's doing about 10 different things, and then of course we have him doing color on the radio. This is Jim Lloyd and Lucas Deutsch.
How we doing?
We're doing well. How are you doing?
I'm good. Running with my head cut off like normal.
That's good. I don't know what else you would do if you didn't.
I know.
You'd probably just sit around.
Yeah, I would.
We have Jenny Workus helping us out, getting us on the air with the live stream and the camera and so forth. And of course, Kurt Crawford, who always keeps us in motion from the radio station, and Nick Bentine is back at the station tonight running the board, so we appreciate all those folks. Jeff Anderson, the voice of Watertown Lakers, we let him retire for the second time in his career. He was the voice of the Lakers for many, many years, and we give him a great thanks for paving the way and allowing us to do this and allowing us to bring you these games this season. We have a pretty good lineup, if I can find my sheet here, for our broadcast schedule. We will be broadcasting about 11 or 12 games this year. And I don't know where my broadcast schedule is. I will find that and I'll share with you guys that. Maybe Lucas can find that for us. I don't know. I've got sheets that I can't find. But we do have a good broadcast schedule. I know after this game, our next game will be the 2nd of December when Brookings comes to town. And that's always a good game. Here we got it. All right. We will have, of course, this weekend, the 2nd, and the 16th, we will have the boys. And January 6th, we will have the boys, and the 21st. The 21st is Sick It to Cancer night. That's a great night. If you come to one game all year, that's the one you need to come to. And then we have our senior night already in February. And 24th and 25th, we'll do the boys. And we have some girls mixed in there too. So we have a lot of games that we're going to be broadcasting this year, and always great fun. Lucas, what do we know about this Mitchell Marling team, if anything? I told them before you started out, they haven't won and they haven't lost. They tied last night.
They tied last night with Aberdeen, and I think it was quite a penalty-filled game between both teams, actually. So I've heard and so I've read. But other than that, I know we saw them at the JV Jamboree last weekend here in town. They moved the puck well. They kind of played like their JV did tonight here. But varsity, there's always that 6, 7, 8 guys that you don't see in those scenarios. And I think they're going to have a few guys that are going to move the puck and play pretty well.
Yeah, this team comes in with 6 seniors on their rosters, 10 juniors, and 7 sophomores. And we already know what their JV team looks like. They look really good tonight, and they have a lot of juniors. It's a junior-laden team, as you might say. So the Mitchell Marlins, I think, have a good future. And now, as far as the Watertown Lakers are concerned, played a really good game, Lucas, last night. I thought they did against a pretty decent Huron team.
They did. They moved the puck well. They had their head up. They were looking for a lot of different opportunities, and they did a lot of shooting. They put some pucks in the net.
They come in with in this game with 8 seniors, 9 juniors, and 9 sophomores will play. We do have a senior goalie, Caleb Schmaltz, and but he has not had a lot of varsity time. If you remember, we had a goalie for the Watertown Lakers that played a lot of games. So Caleb did not have the opportunity to play a lot of varsity games, but he's our guy right now. He comes in this short season so far with an 86% save percentage, and on the other side we're going to see Drake Yerke, who's also a senior, and he comes in at a 95% save percentage, and that was only from one game, and it was a tie. Oh, Caleb Schmaltz says, I'm sorry, he's a sophomore.
Yep.
Sorry about that. I don't know why I think he's a senior, but he's a sophomore. So he's going to be with us for a while, and it's good to have him in the net. He's playing pretty well in the net, and it's always kind of nice to have that goalie that you can kind of depend on and lean on a little bit. A goalie means a lot to a hockey team.
It does. It means a lot.
It means a lot to a coach because you coach different. If you have a goalie that you know can stop a puck when needed or can be relied on and has that save percentage up there, you coach a little different. You run things a little bit different. Your schemes are a little bit different.
Definitely somebody you can rely on. You know what you're getting game in and game out.
Yeah, so it's Lucas Deutsch has a lot of coaching experience, and we lean on him for a lot of that advice and so forth. A lot of people, it takes an army to get us on the broadcast with the live stream and the play-by-play. We have segment sponsors, and we have a game sponsor tonight, Foley and Foley Law Office from here in Watertown. They have been involved with hockey longer than hockey has been in Watertown. In fact, that family started Watertown Laker hockey and is still involved, as we have one of their sons tonight, Thomas Foley, is going to be playing in this varsity game. This pregame show is brought to you by Watertown Area United Way, giving so much to the Laker organization. And coach's comments: Deutsch Excavating, starting lineup, first choice auto wash, Dutch Boy Car Wash, puck drop face-off, Riddle Jewelry, another good Watertown Laker supporter over many, many years. Penalty and power kill is Pelican Power Sports here in Watertown. Timeout and scoreboard, First Premier Bank, First Premier Bank card. Hockey happenings, Sharp Automotive. Chuck a Puck will be Health Source Chiropractics this evening. Player of the game, Subway will give a $10 gift certificate for the player of the game. Big Brothers and Big Sisters program is brought to you by Elite Sewer and Drain, First Bank and Trust. So thank you for all those folks getting us on the air, and we are going to do the national anthem. To stay with the public address announcer for your starting lineups for tonight's boys varsity game.
Number 28, Daniel Hoffman. At the other defense, number 32, Katie Contreras. At one forward, number 22, Tyson Saber. At the other forward, number 20, Nick Daly. At the other forward, number 2, Tanner Peets. And goal for Marlins, number 1, Drake Tricky. And now your starting lineups for your Watertown Lakers. Starting at defense, number 17, Austin McBride. His partner on the line, number 25, Hudson Hendricks. At one forward, number 16, Jake Riefenberger. At the other forward, number 13, Tommy Foley. At the other forward, number 27, Wyatt Knob. And in goal for your Lakers, number 20, Caleb Schmaltz. Now the preliminaries are over. Let's play hockey.
The national anthem has been sung. The lineups have been done, and we are about ready to get away. Get going on this game. 17 minutes are on the clock. Thank you for coming aboard. It's Watertown 1480 KSDR. GoWatertown.net will be the live stream tonight. You can live stream this thing anywhere in the world. So we'll be bringing it to you play by play. Jim Lloyd, Lucas Deutsch will be calling this game.
Carson Hansen on the video.
Carson Hansen on the video. He's done that before. He did that when he was just a child. He used to do that. So we're going to face off at center ice. It's a Riddle Jewelry face-off. And I'm going to face off with Tanner Putz and Thomas Foley. Puck in neutral zone. Now it kicks all the way back down into the Lakers' defensive zone. Lakers trying to break out. That's Riefenberger. Riefenberger going to get it out. Foley's going to tap it into the neutral zone. Across the red line. Picked up here by Daly for Mitchell. Mitchell slaps it in just a little bit wide of the goal. They're going to have to regroup down there. The Watertown Lakers. That's Austin McBride. Austin McBride kicks it up. Tries to get Riefenberger. Can't get it on his stick. And picked up over there is Contreras. Contreras gets it up all the way down the ice, and the Lakers are going to have to regroup. This is Bowling. Bowling behind his own goalie. Meeting a little traffic there by Mitchell defender. That's number 4, Lucas Yerke. Brothers playing goalie tonight in the Drake Yerke. Behind Yerke goes his defender. That's Loffman, Daniel Loffman. Going to try to get it up over here to number 4, Yerke. That's Lucas. And play continues in the far corner. Watertown Lakers, that's Evans dumping it deep down into the corner. Evans stands with his back to the goal, and Bramer comes out of there with it. Gets slammed behind the bench, behind the goal. Evans battling over there with 2 Mitchell Marlins. This is Lucas Yerke. He's going to get it up to the red line, and here comes Mitchell. They're into the zone. That's Dean, Parker Dean, and a centering pass, and there's nobody home. Back out to the red line, or blue line. Blue line shoots it in, and Caleb Schmaltz kicks that one out for his first shot on goal.
I'm not sure why we had that whistle there. Obstruction in the crease there with a stick in there behind the goal defender or what? But here we are, face off.
Here we are. We're going to face off to the right-hand side of Caleb. Out to the blue line. Mitchell's going to toss it in deep. Whiffs on a shot there. Does the Mitchell forward. And this is controlled by the Lakers coming out of the zone. It looks like Bramer on the far corner. He's going to bring it up, try to get it up in the neutral zone. Can't quite get it there. Now we're going to skate it up and dump it into the zone. Met by a Mitchell defender. Back out into the neutral zone. On the far side, Workus taps it down into the zone. And here comes Mitchell. They're going to come into the zone looking for a shot. A centering pass, nobody home. Nice defensive play there by Esplin. Esplin's going to take it up with his legs all the way up through the neutral zone. He's going to take it deep down in the near corner, goes down on his back, and loses the puck, and Mitchell's coming up through the neutral zone. This is Putz, Tanner Putz. He's going to be all over the ice tonight. He centers that first line for Mitchell. And here come the Lakers. Puck comes out of the zone into the neutral zone, and a huge collision right in front of us. And from the red line to slap it down in right behind Smoltz. Austin McBride tries to get it behind his goalie. Here comes a shot from Mitchell. The puck out front. Nobody can find it. Now they finally do. For the Watertown Lakers, that was Logan Austin. Probably saved a goal there. That puck was sitting in front of the net for a long time. And this one's coming out of the defensive zone for Mitchell. Going to try to tap it out. And this one's going to go all the way down. I believe that's Putz on the far corner there. Maybe not. No, I think it's Dean. This is up and down, back and forth, and here comes Austin McBride taking it in all the way, and that shot goes up off of a skate and up into the net, and we're going to get a stoppage of play. This thing's been up and down the rink. Nobody's had a whole lot of possession. At this point, this happens at the beginning of the games.
It does. Fast pace to start with. Everybody's ready to roll. It's been pretty fun to watch so far.
Near circle, right in front of Drake Yerke is the goalie for the Mitchell Marlins. And the faceoff is won by the Marlins, possibly. There's a little scrum in the near corner here, yes. And Foley comes out of that scrum with looking for a shot right in front. Couldn't quite get it on his stick. He was on his backhand. Now there's a centering pass. Didn't quite get out to the center. Held in by Bowling. Bowling chops it down. He's going to chop it one more time, and I think that must have hit something out of play.
And Mitchell bench.
That one went into the Mitchell bench. Bowling doing a nice job holding that puck in the zone. Not always easy for a defender. That puck comes out in a lot of different directions. We're going to face off. In the near corner, it's Foley, wins the faceoff, kicks it over to a teammate. That's Scott. Scott dumps it in from his defensive position down in the near corner. Bowling holds it in again. He's going to shoot it at the net, try to look for a redirect. Was Riefenberger. He couldn't get his stick on it, and here comes Mitchell. Mitchell up to the red line, and this is Putz. Tanner Putz going to take it in with a pass, and he gives that over to Daly. Daly can't get a shot off. That was a near miss there, and here come the Lakers up through the zone. This is Foley. Foley's all by himself, doesn't have a whole lot of help. This is Contreras going to meet him with some resistance. Right in front of the Mitchell's Benson, here comes Putz again. Putz always seems to be shooting the puck, and he got that one on net. Caleb Schmaltz pads it out to the side, and the Lakers are going to go all the way across ice right up in front of us and going to bounce back into the defensive zone for the Mitchell Marlins. Bramer finds it right down underneath us and gets knocked off the puck. Neutral zone play. And Mitchell Loken for Mitchell Marlins tries to get it in, and I got a feeling, were we offsides? Or
Offside.
Mitchell's offsides?
Far side for Mitchell there, offsides.
All right. Hard to keep up with this one so far. This thing is moving right along, which we kind of like. That's Levi Loken going to face off with Workus, and that's controlled by the Mitchell Marlins. This is McCormick. He goes all the way back in back of his old net. That's Nathan. Yerke chips it all the way down, just a little bit outside the net, and there's a scrum in back of the net. Workus is over there, Evans is over there, and now it comes out in front of the net. Evans takes a swat at it, can't get it. There's Gunnar Van Gilder putting a shoulder into a player just in the near corner. And Bramer's on the far side, right in front of the student section. Student section is, I don't know what their theme is, but it's pretty colorful.
It is.
Another big check shot over there by a Watertown Laker player as Mitchell holds the zone. Puck goes back around. Gunnar Van Gilder is going to try to get to it. He gets checked. That's been a pretty popular corner for checks. Now another player goes over there. That's right in front of the student section. That's Millen Evans going to get in a little contact there. You probably don't want to hit him too. I'm sorry, that's Bramer. You don't want to hit him too hard. He's pretty solid on his feet. And here comes Putz taking it up all by himself, and he gets upended by Evans, and Evans is going to get up through the neutral zone. Evans is a tall guy, but a pretty smooth player and good hands. He's fun to watch. One of the many Evanses that have come through the Lakers program, and this puck's going to go all the way down for an icing, and we're going to come back to the Mitchell Marlins end.
Yeah, pretty good physical game compared to last night so far.
I was just going to say that. I think it's already started more physical than last night, and it's going to probably remain physical most of the game.
Yep, I agree.
Facing off for the Lakers is Trey Allard. And that's dumped down into the offensive zone there for the Watertown Lakers. Chasing over there is Cohen Mull. He had a goal last night.
He did. Played well.
The Watertown Lakers did spread the wealth a little bit. I think there was 6 players, scored 8 goals. Does that sound right? Something like that?
About right, yep.
Evans holds that puck in, or McBride holds that puck in the zone. Now it's out in the neutral zone. This is Putz. Putz seems to be everywhere. That's center. And this is Osted takes a shot right there. Logan Osted, a nice shot. Denied by Drake Yerke. Neutral zone play for the Lakers. A long, hard pass over here. Can't get it to Riefenberger. Couldn't get his stick down on time, and Mitchell Marlins are going to try to break it out of their zone. Good hustle there by the Lakers, upending that puck, and now it comes out to the neutral zone. And they're going to fire it down in the far corner as the Mitchell Marlins, and they're going to go get a change. One person down there, I got a feeling that's Putz down there. He's all by himself with the Lakers. Couldn't quite get anything on goal. And up the ice, here comes Knopf, Wyatt Knopf. He's number 27 for the Lakers. and he gets upended, knocked off the puck, and it dribbles all the way back down. We're going to have another icing call.
Yeah, Knopf ran into a wall down here coming into the offensive zone. He just stood straight up. It was a pretty big hit.
Yeah. And Wyatt now, he's a pretty big kid too.
Yes, he is.
But they stopped him. Foley's going to face off near corner. This one comes out to the blue line, can't hold it in. That's Scott. He wears number 32 for the Lakers, Ethan Scott. If you know anything about Crestone Builders, that's the connection there. This puck's in the far corner, held in by Scott. There he is again. He's playing defense down in the far corner. And this puck caroms around, and Bowling holds it in on this end. Now it comes out. Bowling's going to chase that one. McCormick is there. And Dean is going to try to get into Caleb, and he does. Gets a shot off. Nice job by Caleb Schmaltz keeping that one out of the net. That was kind of a point-blank shot as the Mitchell Marlins operate in their offensive zone. Fighting for the puck over there is Foley. He's pretty outnumbered right in front of the student section. And now it does come out, and McCormick from his defense position is going to be on the red line, and he's going to try to flip that thing in the near corner and caroms all the way around, where Dean is going to be able to hold it in the zone for the Mitchell Marlins. Going to try a little give and go here. Dean does get it on his stick and shoots it a little bit wide. Out to the blue line. McCormick's going to fire it in right into the chest of Foley. That puck never made it where it was supposed to go. Another big hit over on the far side, and there's Caleb. Caleb Schmaltz is on his back, and the puck is in back of the net, and there's a scrum. The net comes off. Caleb Schmaltz ended up on his back, and I think the puck was right behind him or behind the net.
I believe so, yeah.
Good thing, because there was a whole lot of net wide open.
Yeah, a lot of extracurricular activities down there too.
Referees tonight, Lucas, you know any of these guys?
We got Justin Ballas, Adam Sullivan, Dykstra, and Rio.
All right, we got 4 of the best out here tonight calling this game. Facing off is Workus, and he wins that one. And here comes Bramer. He had a couple goals last night. That's Jake Bramer. And he's going to handle the puck and going to look for Evans. Can't quite get a centering pass there. And back down the ice, Bramer grabs it on his stick. He's going to go through traffic and take a shot. And Bramer scores. Jake Bramer scores the first goal at 7:41.
Hard work girl there, Jim. Forechecked hard and stuck with it. Puck popped out. He made a nice move around one defender and fired
Jake
that thing.
Bramer, I think unassisted. He was all by himself in traffic. He did it last night. He did it 2 times last night. And he was our Subway player of the game last night, and we gave him that because I think he spearheaded the Lakers' momentum and set the stage for the rest of the game.
Hopefully same thing for tonight.
Yep. He wears number 11. After the faceoff, Evans is going to be behind his goalie. He's going to take it around the far corner. Held in by the Mitchell Marlins just for a moment, now into the neutral zone. And this is Putz. He's the captain of this team. He can fly.
He can. He's got some wheels.
For some reason, I don't remember him, but I bet he played last year.
Yep.
And this one caroms around. Laughlin holds it in the zone for the Mitchell Marlins. Leaning down in the corner is Gunner, Van Gilder, and Workus is down there. Putz is down there. And looked like Daly was down there. And this puck goes all the way down to the far end, and we're going to have an icing call. We're going to face off to the left-hand side of Caleb Schmaltz. And this is going to be Caden Zale. He wears number 12 for the Marlins. And this one is won by the Lakers. Mitchell holds his own, however. Holds out. And there's a shot right off the glove of Caleb Schmaltz from the blue line. That was a nice shot. Held in the zone by the Mitchell Marlins. A nice check there right in front to check him off the puck. That was McBride. Nice job, a nice clean check. And he skates down all the way in front of us and is held in here. This is Holeen. This is Gabe going to take a shot a little bit wide. Gabe Holeen played a little JV game, and now he comes out and plays varsity. A little contact over in the far corner, and Mitchell comes out of that scrum with the puck. And that looks like Dean. He's going to take a little backhand shot. That doesn't get in. I'm not sure if that was stopped or not by the goalie in the neutral zone. That's Contreras. Going to get it all the way up, and there's another big check. And that one is going to be a little bit too big of a check. Tyler Osted.
A little after the play, the puck was gone there, unnecessary. Coach probably won't be very happy about that one.
So that's going to be a 2-minute, they call that a rough?
2-minute rough.
So there's going to be a Pelican Power Sports power play here for the Mitchell Marlins. They're facing off in their offensive zone, and now it comes all the way back out down to the other end. It can't be an icing, and Mitchell's going to go back and try to regroup and get on the power play. Nice job by Riefenberger. He says no, he's going to look for a short-handed goal, and he can't quite get it there fast enough. And that was stopped right on the skate by Drake Yerke.
Boy, if Riefenberger would have picked his head up there, he had Foley coming in for a wide open one.
Yeah, both those guys were down there. That was a really good opportunity. At least we get a face-off here in our offensive zone, but it does come back out from Mitchell. That's Yerke going to pass it all the way across. Nice job by Bowling breaking up a possible shot in the middle. There's the one shot from Mitchell. That's Dean from his defensive position. And held in there momentarily by Mitchell, and here comes Dean again. He's going to look for a shot. Nice looking pass over there to Putz. Putz for a goal. That's a power play goal at 5:13 for the Mitchell Marlins.
1-1 here. That was a kind of a bouncy puck there out by the blue line, and the Mitchell just got a handle on it, made a nice pass over to Putz, and he buries it there in the corner on Schmaltz. Schmaltz was stretched out all he had there, though. He gave it all.
You kind of know that Putz is going to be in every one of these. Loken, sorry. That's Levi Loken. He's number 24. He wins the face-off right in front of us, and Mitchell Marlins are in the neutral zone here. Right down in front of us. That's the worst part to see. You can't see right down in front of us. You see the rest of the rink. Gunnar Van Gildero's battling there, and here's Loken. He's going to take it a centering pass. Doesn't make contact with anybody. And here's another check from the Mitchell Marlins over in the far corner. That puck was out in front of the net there for a little while on the stick of a Laker player. Gunnar Van Gilder leaning on a player down there. And I believe that is Dean down there. D-E-N-N-E is his name. Denny. I'll say it Denny from now on. Parker Denny. And here comes Evans down in the near corner, or far corner, I'm sorry, back of the net, and he's in a battle back there with a Mitchell player. Trying to hold the zone and can't do it is McBride. And now the Lakers going to be able to regroup here. And we're going to try to get McBride from his defensive position. We're going to try to get him down in the corner. And Lakers are deep in the corner with Hudson Hendricks. Some of those names come easier than others.
Yes, they do.
Puck comes out of the zone where McBride is going to circle around with it and try to regroup in the neutral zone. Neutral zone play here by Daly. And here comes Putz. Seems like I've said it quite a few times. He wears number 2, and he's fast as can be. And there's a shot from the blue line for the Mitchell Marlins. That one goes wide. Chipped into the corner. Mitchell Marlins offensive zone. McBride's doing what he can to get that puck away from him in the near corner. McBride trying to get a hold of it. There's a pass that comes in front of the Laker goalie, and here's out to the blue line. Holding the zone is the Mitchell Marlins. There's a shot from the far corner, can't find a place. And right in front of the Lakers bench, that's Osted, and chipped in by Putz. And Mitchell Marlins are going to get a change, and here comes the Lakers. If they hurry, they're going to have an advantage. And Mitchell does get off the bench, but they get a pretty good shot. Lakers get a shot in the corner. That was Bowling. There's a centering pass, and Riefenberger can't get his stick down.
Player in the crease, Jim. Whistle for player in the crease.
Player in the crease. And I'm guessing that was probably Riefenberger, I suppose.
Yeah, he was kind of coming through, got pushed in a little bit,
yep.
But call's a call.
Good opportunity if he could have found that with his stick.
Yes.
A nice centering pass there. I believe that might have been
Knopf, I believe.
Knopf, okay. We're going to face off just outside, or into the neutral zone just outside the offensive zone here, and Foley does get it down into the zone, down deep into the corner. Foley tries to hold the puck there, and he can't do it. And here comes Mitchell. That's Loken up through the neutral zone. And Denny, Parker Denny's going to shoot right there. He can't get that one to hit home. And another centering pass by Mitchell. There's nobody home. Holding the zone right there is Denny, and he's going to take another shot high in the circles. And Caleb Schmaltz finds that one. I think that was a rebound that came right back to him.
I believe so.
Came off the back boards, and we're going to have a stoppage of play. 2:13 left. It's a tied game, 1-1. Mitchell Marlins and the Watertown Lakers. We're in a dead heat. Face-off, far corner, comes out of the zone. Well, I turned me down. Turned you up and me down.
It was a good save there by the goaltender, Mitchell's goaltender down there.
We're messing with our volume and forgot about the hockey game, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We're going to face off to the left-hand side of Yerke. Drake Yerke is the goalie for Mitchell Marlins. Face-off won there by the Marlins. Lakers are going to hold the zone, however. That's Gunnar Van Gilder.
We saw Gunnar quite a bit last night. He's right at it again tonight.
He's got a brother that played in the JV game.
He does, Jet.
Jet and Gunnar. Play continues in the neutral zone. With Mitchell Marlins, this is Daly, number 21. Daly's going to look for a pass or a shot, but Caleb Schmaltz found it on his pad, so we're going to have another stoppage of play. Everybody's going to get a switch here. Watertown Lakers going to get a full switch. 5 in, 5 out. Face-off, Workus wins that one, and Evans kicks it out to Bramer. Bramer's number 11. He's got the sole goal. Pretty good puck handling right there. I lost it. I can't believe the goalie saw it. And Bramer's got it again. He's in the far corner, going to look for somebody. Workus was wide open for second. Couldn't get a pass there. Against the near boards, Evans holds it in. Going to dump it down deep in the corner for Workus. Workus going to chase it around the back of the net. Coming up with there is Caden Contreras. And he's going to go like a rocket down through the neutral zone. He gets upended there by McBride. Lakers far corner. Bramer trying to touch it out of the zone. Can't do it. Mitchell Marlins holding the offensive zone at this point in the near corner. Still in the near corner, held in there. Loftman fires one over the top of the net just inside the blue line. And there's a shot that was going to go way wide, intercepted by a Laker. Lakers tip it up through the neutral zone. And Evans just outside the blue line. He's going to tap it with his backhand. He's going to go get a rest. Workus down in the far corner, holding the zone. Bowling holds the zone up in the center, just inside the wheels, and he takes a shot. That one's upended. There's a backhand shot, almost found a home. That was by McBride. And this puck's right in the back of the net. Yerke's got his glove over there. Puck is loose. That's Bowling trying to get it in, or McBride, sorry. And that's going to end the period. It's a pretty good scrum right before the end of the period. Workus, Bowling, McBride doing everything they can do to try to get that thing at the net. And I believe that's Workus, Jackson
slow
Workus.
to get up.
Slow to get up. He was kind of in the pile there. I thought Yerke had it covered. He maybe did for a while. And it looks like Jackson Workus is hurting.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know, is it an arm?
I'm not sure.
It's not feeling good, whatever it is. But these guys are pretty tough. When you play hockey, either the boys or the girls, you end up pretty tough. Their pads do a good job. These guys wear shoulder pads, helmets, of course, elbow pads, knee pads, and breezers. So it seems like not a lot of padding, but it does a pretty good job.
It does a pretty good job for as lightweight and as thin as it is. It does a really good job.
But there's always that kind of, just that little bit of gaps every one there, and I think Jackson Workus found a gap in his pads.
He might have.
So we have some other games going on, Lucas. I don't know if we can pull those
I'm
up.
working on it as we
And
speak.
I'm going to tell you, there's a couple of them that we're interested in. And let's see, Yankton, Sioux Falls 2, Brandon Valley, and Oahe. And the one I think everybody in the state's watching is Brookings at Sioux Falls 1.
Yeah, so right now Yankton, I believe they're in the third period currently. Yankton's up on Sioux Falls 2, 4-1.
Okay.
Back to earlier today, Rushmore and Aberdeen played. Rushmore won 7-0.
Yep.
And then Brandon Valley and Oahe are in the middle of the second period, tied 2-2 right now.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it?
That is interesting.
That's interesting because Oahe beat.
2-3. Caps are up.
Okay, the Caps are up. So that's interesting that one's real close. Oahe, of course, beat Brookings last night, which kind of surprised everybody. And there's Sioux Falls 1 over Brookings 2-0.
Yep, they're just going into the third period. So that's going to be interesting. Coach Kirk Abel down there in Brookings is probably pulling out all the stops here for this third period.
He's pulling out his hair if he has any left.
He's young. He's got plenty left.
Yeah. But, Brookings, the state champions, and everybody kind of picked Brookings, and I guess you can still pick them, but they have their work cut out for them. They went out to Oahe last night and lost.
Yes, they did.
In a real close game, and they're losing now to Sioux Falls 1. So you take your state champion team, and let's say, for instance, they go 0-2, kind of changes things a little bit.
They got to play tomorrow also. They got Sioux Center tomorrow.
They have Sioux Center. We talked a little bit last night about Sioux Center's program,
yes.
and you can't go down there expecting to win.
No, they play tough down there. So it's going to be a real interesting weekend here for Brookings.
And next weekend, Brookings will come here.
They come here Friday night.
Let's hope that they're just a little beat up.
Yeah, that'd be okay.
I say that because the Watertown Lakers and the Brookings rivalry goes way back, way before me, and you can tell when Brookings and Watertown play, it's different than any other game.
It is. It is much different.
So we're looking forward to them coming here, and we are going to broadcast. That's going to be our next broadcast of the boys. Is that Saturday or Friday?
I think it's Friday night.
I think it's a Friday night. You're right, and I'm assuming it's about 8 o'clock. So we're going to bring you that live stream, and make sure you're checking in with. It's a Friday, December 2nd at 8 o'clock is when Brookings is going to come here. So between now and then, we're going to try to keep you updated the best we can. Make sure you're checking South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association website. So when you come into this Brookings game, you know what's on the line. It'll be kind of interesting if they can come into this. They come into Watertown with a couple losses.
Yeah, interesting. In Watertown, they had a good win last night, and we're in a good battle here right now with Mitchell.
We are, and you see a different game than we had last night. I think Mitchell's a little more physical.
They're a little more physical. I think they're a little bit more skilled, depth-wise. A little more skilled through the ranks.
Right. And yeah. There's not a whole lot of layoff in their lines the way it looks. All those kids can play. You've got Tanner Putz. That's a huge part of this team. He's been all over so far, and of course for Watertown, Jake Bramer has set the tone for them already, which he did last night. The scoring in this one was at 7:41. Jake Bramer broke the ice, so to speak, in this game and put the Lakers up 1-0. And at 5:13 left in the period, it was Tanner Putz that scored for Mitchell to tie this thing up. So it's been those two guys. Jake Bramer has really played well. Last night he set the tone, and he's done that already. He's turned into a pretty good player.
He has. That line actually works well together there. Workus, Evans, Bramer line does well. Tommy Foley, though, he's been everywhere on the ice tonight, too. Real noticeable. Jake Riefenberger, I see a little more out of Jake this second period, I bet. He seemed a little bit off tonight in the first period.
Yeah, these guys, we talked a little bit last night with Coach Devin McMullen, and he doesn't talk a lot about first line, second line, third line. And I guess that's just probably just a term in the way people talk about lines in hockey. I don't know if he named them something different or what, but he doesn't differentiate between first line and second line. These are all players.
He's got colors.
Does he have colors?
He's got colors. That's the only way they're divided.
Okay, yeah. So it is a little misleading because you say first line, second line, and it doesn't always mean what it actually is.
Right. Yeah, I would be ventured if we took a stab at it. I bet we'd be wrong on how he looks at it. So.
Oh, sure,
I think-
sure.
I
We
think-
we have that. When we listed on our list, it's Workus, Bramer, Evans, and yeah, that's on the top of our list. So because it's on the top of our list, we call it the first line, second line, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I'd be willing to bet that he has some way different.
Some
but
way.
it's a good problem to have, and it's probably a good way to look at it. You'll see some coaches that will do a true one line, and it's all maybe their best forwards.
Yep.
And then they'll do 2 and 3, and they'll go on down the line. But the risk that you have in that is you can short yourself.
You can.
You have to balance lines, I think.
Yeah, I do, because I'm going to use a Watertown lineup the way that it is. He's got a couple balanced lines in there, and he's got one grinder line that I think that's what they're out there for. You put all your baskets in one line, you might be in trouble when you get out there against the other lines for like a team like Watertown.
Yeah, because you're going to get stuck as a coach. At some point, you're going to have to do a shift change. And if you don't have these balanced lines, all of a sudden you're stuck. These guys got to go out.
They got to go.
They got to go out, and as a coach, I suppose you kind of cross your fingers for a while.
You do.
But Coach McMullen has a different philosophy. He balances them all out.
Yeah.
And I think for the most part, coaches do that. But sometimes you can't.
Sometimes you can't. You know, when you don't have enough players out. Look at Mitchell's lineup here that we got right now. They really only have 2.5 lines, I'd call it. You know, so they're got guys mixed matched all the time, and they don't always get to play with each other.
Yeah, Mitchell Marlins has a couple wings that are just rotating. I can't remember when I talked to the coach down there. They've got a couple like second and third line wingers that are just going to go back and forth. So yeah, their second line is made up of 4 guys, maybe even 5. You know.
Yep. So you know, and they're running 4 or 5 defensemen there, and Watertown's got 6. You know, that extra guy. You know, somebody takes a penalty, somebody fills in. You know, and Watertown has that extra guy as a forward also, so they're pretty deep. We haven't had that luxury here in Watertown for a few years.
Yeah, I can see the skill level with the Lakers and the way this team is. But you have to remember, a couple years ago, this Watertown Laker varsity team was really young.
Very young.
I mean, I don't know how many it was, but we played like how many freshmen?
I think it would have.
Well, we can name it. It was Foley, and I think Jake Bramer.
Yep.
And Logan Osted. Some of those guys, McBride,
Hendricks,
Bowling,
Scotty.
Yeah, those guys were 9th graders playing varsity hockey.
Freshmen and sophomores, we had like 12 or 13 of them, and that's what was all playing.
Yeah.
So we're getting into the sophomore, junior, senior now, so it's a big deal, you know.
Yeah. It makes a big difference. Guys, you look at some of these guys that played when they were 9th grader, it's all about experience. You know, you can practice and practice and practice, but there's nothing like game time experience.
No, there's not. You know, and Watertown has 7 seniors, and they're all playing.
Yeah.
They're all playing. There's not one that's playing every now and then. They're playing at their turn every time.
Yeah, you know, and JV hockey is developmental hockey, and that's where you put your 9th graders, you put some of your sophomores there, and so on and so forth. But the way it worked out, Watertown has not been able to do that the last couple years. Maybe it shorted your JV team a little, I don't know. But we needed those bodies at varsity level hockey, and those guys were thrown into the fire.
Yeah, they were. You know, we only had 23 to 26 kids for the last couple years, and now we're at 33. So we had a big group that came up out of Bantams last year, and they had a tough season at Bantams, but a lot of those guys that were playing Bantams are running varsity right now.
Yeah, so it's funny how when you look at lineups in hockey, how 4 kids, 5 kids can make a difference when you're talking about JV varsity lineups and so forth. So the Watertown Lakers here are in a good battle. We're at 5:26 before we're going to start into the second period. It's a dead heat. It's 1-1, and the Mitchell Marlins have 7 shots on goal versus 5 shots on goal. Yeah. You're listening to AM 1480 KSDR. And watching the live stream on GoWatertown.net. And that's a great thing that has come about in the last few years, is this live stream, because you can not only hear it from us, and you can also watch the live stream, and you can watch it anywhere you want. Get in the habit. Check out our schedule for, we should probably get our broadcast schedule posted maybe on the Lakers website, but we're going to get that out there so you can plan accordingly. And if Grandma and Grandpa in Arizona or so forth haven't seen a game from the grandkids, let's get them hooked up with a computer so they can watch some games.
Definitely.
And our schedule and our lineup is pretty good. We're doing a couple tandem nights where we're going to do girls and boys. We have the Stick at the Cancer night coming up in, I believe that's in February. That's a fantastic night. Every kid that comes to the arena that night is going to play for somebody affected by cancer. There's going to be coaches. There's going to be everybody's here is going to have some sort of relationship with cancer. I guarantee it. We dim the lights. It's a pretty neat night. And if you come to one game this year, show up to that one.
Yeah, just to give you a quick deal on that Stick It to Cancer there, Jenny Workus does a lot with that and works with a lot of different people and organizations to put that on, and it's pretty phenomenal. It's pretty touching to sit here and watch, and you got coaches and players and people in the stands and announcers with tears in their eyes because they're all thinking about it.
It really is. I remember the first year we did that. Jeff and I were up here, and it was quite a while before we could put the headsets back on.
Yeah.
It's really. It's just neat the way it's done. We dim the lights down, and it's pretty impressive. So if you can't, we will be live streaming if you can't get here, but I suggest you get here for that one. Get here for all the games if you can. Follow Watertown Laker hockey. Follow South Dakota Amateur hockey. It's a lot of fun. A lot of good teams, a lot of good organizations, a lot of good people are making this happen. And boy, when you say good people around the associations, there's a lot of them.
There's a lot. It's a family. You know, we're playing Mitchell tonight, you know, and we've played Brookings in that. We've played Rushmore in that. We're all connected in one way or another.
Yeah, and it's kind of neat to see some of these families come through the line with lots of hockey players. They got girls, they got boys, and they come down the line. And some of these games that you've been going through for 10 years, you still see those last names yet.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a lot of those. The Sabres, of course, for the Mitchell, that's a family. There's Mulls over on our side. There's Foley's, of course. That's a one you can't miss. There's Bramers, Riefenbergers, all these, the Esplins, the Scotts, Bowlings, multiple kids in multiple levels.
Yep.
And I did it for a while. I did 4 kids in 4 levels for a while. Wore out 2 Suburbans, and here I am.
Yeah. Quick update before we drop the puck here in the second period. Yankton Sioux Falls 2 final. Yankton over Sioux Falls 4-1.
Yankton over Sioux Falls 2?
Yes.
I just want to clarify that. Does that one surprise you?
It does surprise me a little bit. Sioux Falls 2 must have not have had a good night. They got beat up a little against Sioux Falls 1 last night.
Yeah. Oh, I like this league. You can never predict it, huh?
Yeah.
We're going to face off. Riddle Jewelry going to face off. It's Foley. And name misses me again. It's Loken. We're going to get the live stream going. Lucas is going to go over and help us out for that. And Foley's going to kick it down into the offensive zone, deep down into Riefenberger. Riefenberger behind the net. Going to try to get a centering pass. Can't do it. There's a couple players over there. There's a good check over on the other side by Riefenberger is going to find it on a stick with a good shot right into the goalie pads. And that one's going to start coming the other way now. This is Denny, Parker Denny. Gets checked off the puck in the near corner. And there's a little backhand shot that doesn't find a place to go here, and that was by Parker Denny, and thus puck's going to come all the way down, and they're going to wave off the icing, and Mitchell's going to break out. Not before there's a shot by Foley. And now they come out neutral zone. Bowling puts on a little check off the puck there, and Mitchell's going to look for a centering pass. Foley picks it up in the defensive zone, going to get it all the way up to Bramer. Look out, he can shoot. We know that. Looking for the far corner, didn't quite find it on the blocker side. And Bramer gets upended in the offensive zone, but Bramer had a good look at a one-on-one with the goalie.
He did. He did. I'm not sure how he just made that pass there. From
on his back.
Both feet were in the air and heading towards his back, and he still got the pass off.
Good set of hands, Jake Bramer. And that's Scott. And here comes Workus. He was shook up at the end of that period, but he's going to carry the puck into the zone. And here comes the Mitchell Marlins up through the neutral zone. We're 2-on-2. Bowling's over there giving chase as a defender. Going to push him all the way wide deep. Looking for a wraparound. Can't make that happen. That was a Mitchell skater. That was Daly. In the neutral zone, they're going to try to get in here. Now we're going to be offside. Yep. I thought we were going to be offside. Saber was straddling the line. He made it. But another Mitchell Marlin player did not. So we're going to face off here outside of the zone in the neutral zone. Looks like Allard's going to go take it, while the Lakers are going to still get a change here. Allard wins the face-off. Puck does get dumped down behind Caleb Schmaltz, Watertown goalie. And Mitchell Marlins in the near corner are going to skate around. Here we are, Daly up and through the circles. I think that might have been Putz or Daly. It was Putz probably.
Yeah.
Putz, you can tell the way he skates. He's a little faster than everybody else. And here comes Bowling up through the neutral zone and into his zone. He's going to dump it down deep into the far corner where Osted finds it. Going to look for a nice pass there to Allard. Can't quite get it. That was a backhand pass. And can't hold the zone here, and this has got to be Putz. He's going to come in on one-on-one on the goal and off the pipe. I think it was off the top pipe. And here's another shot. Putz is going to try to do it again. Takes another shot, and Caleb's got that one. Caleb's going to be dreaming about Tanner Putz tonight. That was a great stop by Caleb.
That was a great stop by him. A good deflection.
Tanner Putz, so far a step ahead of most of the guys on the rink right now. Just finds a way to get himself open, and he scoots. Looks like Foley is going to take the face off, and looks like maybe Putz or Daly. Those guys skate a little bit alike.
They do.
And right in front of the goalie, there's a bit of a scrum. It's kind of a dangerous spot for the puck to be stuck. Caleb just waits on that one. And we did have a penalty there on our home team.
Trey Allard.
That was that collision that we saw down below here. So there's going to be a Pelican Power Sports power play here for Mitchell, and they're setting up. And that's Contreras going to shoot it from the line, and that one's going to make it in. That's a rebound. That puck got loose. I think he stopped it originally, and that's the Mitchell Marlins goal.
Yes, it is.
Schmaltz got it originally in this second period at 13:38. I have no idea who got that, but Contreras, I'll bet you, got an assist. He shot that from the blue line.
That's 2 power play goals for Mitchell here tonight. I can see Watertown needs to stay out of the box and keep moving.
Was that Denny, I believe?
Yes.
All right, we're back to 5-on-5 hockey here after that power play goal by the Mitchell Marlins. 2-1 Mitchell Marlins with 13:26 left in this one. And Mitchell Marlins going to take a shot there, stopped by Schmaltz. Holding the zone, offensive zone is the Mitchell Marlins. Try to get it down deep. And this one is going to come out into the neutral zone. And Putz is going to put it back the other way. But Hudson Hendricks found it in the neutral zone. There's a shot by the Mitchell Marlins up and over the top of the goal. McBride chased it behind his own goalie. Offensive zone here for the Mitchell Marlins in the far corner. Controlling the puck pretty well. And there's a scoop pass as he goes down. And this is Denny going to have to go back and get that one. Nice play by Foley. That's Tommy Foley. Just took that puck from him. And he also holds the zone here. And now it does come out to the Mitchell Marlins. This is going to be Putz over on the far side. He's going to drive that thing deep. Centering pass, nobody home. Denny was just getting onto the ice. It's Parker Denny. And this one is right in front of the bench. Dangerous place to have that puck for a while. The Lakers were changing. You can get too many men on the ice there real easy. And this one is down in the offensive zone for the Watertown Lakers. Deep in the far corner, and Bramer chases over there. Jake Bramer tries to get a centering pass, can't quite do it. Now he's got it back on his stick. Seems like he finds that puck all the time. There's a backhand shot. That's a good-looking shot.
Yes, it was.
By Jake Bramer.
Strong on his stick, strong on his feet.
There's Max Millen Evans. I said Max, that's his brother. And Millen trying to get it up through the neutral zone. He can't quite do it. Work is trying to get a stick on it. Neutral zone play. Now the zone is taken by the Mitchell Marlins. And there's a little backhand shot. Doesn't get through, and a little scrum down in the far corner. Work is trying to get out of there with it. Up to Evans. Evans going to flip it up on a backhand, try to get around. Puck did take into the zone, and he's going to take a shot right on it, and it goes down through the 5-hole. Millen Evans. That's a nice goal for Millen.
It was a hard work goal there for him, keeping that going. Just threw one at the net, hoping that it was going to go, and it just snuck through the 5-hole.
Yeah, that's one of those that you just shoot, hoping maybe to get a rebound. Bramer was down there.
Yeah, he was.
And right through the 5-hole, shot that right flat on the ice. That's a tough one. It's a tough one for a goalie. So we're at 2-2, and we are in a battle here at the George Mace Ice Arena. AM 1480, KSDR, GoWatertown.net. Face-off won by the Lakers. Gunnar Van Gilder. That's a hard work goal by Millen Evans. Neutral zone play. The Lakers now take the zone. Puck is grabbed there by Mitchell, trying to break it out of the zone, and they're going to get it out of the zone here. And that's going to be Sabres, number 22. He's got a sister that played before in the girls' game. Skates a lot. They skate a lot alike.
Very similar.
Tall,
yeah.
Long sticks. And Sabres there in the neutral zone. He's going to get it at the red line. He's going to take a shot all the way from the red line. Caleb Smoltz saw it all the way, just like a shortstop. Throws it back out to. Oh, that's Esplin going like a rocket down the far end. He gets upended over there, and the shot ends up at Yerke's chest. Drake Yerke. Taking 9 shots tonight, Drake Yerke has. He's let 2 of them in.
Got a penalty there by Mitchell.
Oh, Mitchell penalty.
Yes.
Good thing we have you, because I would have never seen it.
Number 2.
Oh, Tanner Putz.
Tanner Putz.
He's a good one for the Watertown Lakers to have in the penalty box. He's no fun when you have him on the ice, I can tell you that, if you're the opposing team.
No.
So it's the Watertown Lakers are going to have a Pelican Power Sports power play here. And the puck's going to be tossed all the way back down. Caleb stops it for the Lakers, and we're going to regroup behind the bench, or behind the net, I'm sorry. And this is McBride going to take it all the way up deep in the corner, going to try to get to his forehand, and does. And that puck is stopped by Yerke, but he had no idea where it was.
No clue where that was at.
The only thing he knew for sure is that it wasn't in the net.
Right.
So a nice shot by McBride advancing into the zone. Offensive faceoff here by the Lakers, trying to get the Pelican Power Sports power play going. This puck goes all the way back down to McBride. Or I'm sorry, McBride, that was a goalie last year. Boy, I get the years mixed up even. Not the nights, I get the years mixed up.
First year.
All the years even run together. If I say one of my boys' names out here, Lucas, throw me off.
I will. I'll have to. I mean, that's been a while.
That's been a while. McBride hauling it in, gets upended at the blue line. Lakers not able to set up the power play like they want to. They've got their crew out there. It's Bowling, it's Bramer, it's McBride. And this is Bowling going to take it around the back of the net. They got to get it out of the defensive zone here. They got one guy for Mitchell Marlin. Now Scott's going to go down. He's going to try to see if he can carry it out of there. One guy for Mitchell, and he's down in there. That's Parker Denny, and he's causing all kinds of problems. Still causing problems. He's all by himself here. He's 1-on-4. And now he's going to skate around and break it up and chip it back in. He's kind of playing with the Lakers there, wasn't he?
He was.
He still is. Got his stick on that one in neutral zone. 27 seconds left in this power play. That hasn't really happened for the Lakers. And here's a one-time shot up just inside the blue line. That was by number 3. Was that Tommy Foley? Sorry.
Tommy took that shot, yeah.
Okay, I saw number 3 is 13 Tommy. We're going to have a stoppage of play here. We're going to face off to the right-hand side of Yerke. 17 seconds left in this power play. It looks like that one maybe came out. It did.
Oof, that was close.
That was real close. So we're going to face off outside of the zone here for 14 seconds. It's a power play that's never happened here for the Lakers. But 14 seconds, I'm sorry, you can probably get a power play if you win the face-off. Warkus is going to try to win this one, and he does. Back to Jackson Esplin. Esplin's going to try to get up through the neutral zone, and that's Millen Evans. He's going to take another shot, just like the one he scored on. Yerke saw that one. He wasn't going to fall for that again.
No. Now they need to keep taking that shot, though.
It's a great shot.
It is a great shot.
It's a little quick wrist shot that stays right flat on the ice.
Yep.
Now we're going to have an offensive face-off. We're going to have 7 seconds left. And a whistle blows. I'm not sure what we saw. We're going to do that one over. They should probably put a little time back on, but maybe they don't do that, huh?
They must not be.
5 seconds left in this Pelican Power Sports power play for the Lakers. Haven't been able to get this thing going. You have to win this faceoff. And it's Workus, and he does win it. Evans back out to Bowling. Evans down in the corner. We're full strength. Putz takes the ice. And, of course, he's got the puck already. Up through the neutral zone is the Mitchell Marlins. And a nice play there. Oh, we're going to get a penalty. I thought it was a pretty nice play. We're going to probably get a slash there on the Watertown Lakers. Yep. Slashed and knocked when you knock the stick out of his hands. That's always a slash.
Yes, it is.
And that's Scott. Ethan Scott, he wears number 32. He's a senior for the Watertown Lakers. He's going to rest for 2 minutes.
You know, they have good penalties and bad penalties, Jim. I would call that one halfway decent. I'd call that not maybe good, but definitely not bad.
Yeah, I agree with you. You got to have those penalties once in a while. All right, we faced off, and Mitchell Marlins are going to score. That's Contreras. That's Contreras going to score that one for the Mitchell Marlins at 7:47.
Caleb might have been screened on that one a little bit there by his own players in front of the net, but you know, what do you do in that situation? They're trying to take control too.
It's an offensive face-off on the power play, and it didn't take them very long.
No, I said it after the second one, but that's 3 power play goals for Mitchell tonight here. Watertown needs to stay out of the box.
Yeah, I agree. That's really hurting them tonight. This one is at 3-2, Mitchell Marlins, and all power play goals. Mitchell Marlins now, this is Denny right up in front of us here, and he's going to take the zone over to Loken. Loken's going to try to weave, he can't quite do it. Now this puck comes out of the zone, and they're going to have to chase that one back. McBride's going to try to win the race with everybody. That's Loffman, and he does win the race and holds the zone. Nice job there by McBride, good hustle. Now the puck does come out of the zone. There's some speed, there we go. Mitchell Marlins, and Caleb's way out of the net. He dives out, he's all the way to the top of the circle. And that was a weird play. Describe that one for us, Lucas. Mitchell Marlins with another score.
You know, Caleb thought he could win that race to that puck, and I think they were coming just a little faster than he anticipated, and had a little bit of a slip right before he got to the puck and went down. Unfortunate, but you know, it's one of those things where you got to take a chance sometimes.
Hudson Hendricks was in the goal for the Watertown Lakers playing goalie when Smoltz was all the way to the top of the circles.
Yes.
Yeah, you kind of like to see aggressive goalie sometimes, but it can surely bite you. But aggressive, I think, is always better than not aggressive. Bramer's going to come out of this one, out of this face-off with a shot that goes wide. He was harassed pretty good there when he took the shot by the Mitchell Marlins, and here come the Marlins. We're going to be 2-on-2 up through the neutral zone for the Mitchell Marlins. Nice defensive play there for the Watertown Lakers. That's Bowling. Chips that puck away, and Daly's down into the corner for the Mitchell Marlins. Ethan Scott's down there. And a centering pass, and a good centering pass, and can't get that one. His Sabres, he had to spin around. He couldn't quite find the net on that one. And this is Paul. We haven't said his name.
Not a ton, no.
On defense, and here comes Bramer. Bramer's up through the neutral zone. He's got Workus helping him out, and Evans is trailing the play. And Bramer's going to take a shot at the net. Doesn't quite get there. He gets upended in the corner. The puck sits next to his skate. Workus is there to help him out. Coming out of that one is guess who, Lucas? Putz.
Yeah, Putz, yes.
He seems to win every battle all over the rink. And this one's going to be an offsides here for the Mitchell Marlins, and play will stop. That last goal was a interesting goal. Who scored that one, Lucas? Did you catch that one or not?
I did not catch it. I apologize.
We'll just leave it that way. It's funny how two guys can watch the game and not see who scores. Happens all the time.
Yes, it is.
All right, and we're going to face off outside the zone after that offsides. It was an offsides, right? I was trying to think what it was there. It was an offsides, and this is won by the Lakers, and a shot there was Osted carrying it into the zone. An easy one for Yerke to catch up with. So now we get an offensive face-off to the right-hand side, right in front of that student section. Pretty good student section over there tonight. We need down 4-2 here. We got to give them a little something to cheer about. but the Mitchell Marlins team just seems to not go away. And we're now in the neutral zone. This is Trey Allard going to flip it into the zone. Trey Allard is a physical hockey player. Gunner holds it in. Van Gilder, he holds the zone for a second there. Still in the offensive zone, and here comes Mitchell's going to flip it all the way across, and that's probably going to be an icing. No, it's not going to be an icing. It's waved off. Esplin's behind his own goalie and reverses field and chips it back over to Gunner. Nice play there by Esplin. Esplin's going to try to get something set up here, and they're going to skate out of the far corner with it, gives it back to Gunner. Gunner's going to try to look. Mitchell doing a nice job holding tight. Lakers have a hard time getting out of the zone here the last few times down.
They have.
Off their defensive zone.
Mitchell's got a good forecheck. They're kind of relentless.
Gunner Van Gilder, there's another shot by the Mitchell Marlins. Puck was loose just for a little bit, and I'll bet you that's Putz because I saw a cat come out.
Yeah, I believe that's a hat trick for Putz tonight.
4:46, and that tells you who the last goal was.
Yes,
then.
It does.
By Putz. And Mitchell Marlins putting it on the Lakers here in the second period with 3 unanswered as of late at 4:46. Mitchell Marlins up 5-2 in this one with 4:41 left. Face off shot, Evans into the chest of Yerke. Watertown Lakers going to have to dig deep here. Would be nice to get one in the end of this period yet. Face off by Workus, won by the Mitchell Marlins in the neutral zone. And that's Denny, number 23, chips it over to Loken for a centering pass. No shot, and now this one is brought out to the blue line. Contreras, he's got a goal tonight, holds the zone, can't quite do it. McBride gets it out of the zone. Contreras picks it back up, reverses field. Workus tried to pick it up over there. Contreras kicking it up in front of the Lakers bench, and now it's going up to the neutral zone. Nice hit right there. A nice hit, a nice clean hit, and a shot right there by Contreras. And Caleb stopped the first one. Caleb Schmaltz doing a nice job. And we're going to have something happen here. Yep, the referee is going to grab somebody here, and I got a feeling it's going to be from the Mitchell Marlins. Is that what you see?
I think it's the Lakers.
It is the Lakers.
I think it's Austin McBride.
Austin McBride. I didn't see what he did.
A little slash after the whistle, I believe.
All right. It's a slash. 5-on-3. Okay.
You got 2 penalties.
2 penalties back to back.
Hudson Hendricks. And Austin McBride.
And 17. So they're going to be each 2-minute penalties, as that's what I see on the board. There's a slash, and I don't know what the other one was. So it's going to be 5-on-3 hockey.
They're calling it a rough up here. So.
And a rough, okay. I think that rough probably happened after the play, maybe.
I think it might have been that big hit right up here, Jim.
Oh, this hit, okay,
yes.
Yep. I thought it was a pretty clean hit, but I don't have any stripes on tonight. Probably had the elbows up a little bit. That's usually what happens.
Yep.
5-on-3 hockey, offensive zone here for Mitchell Marlins. And just what the Lakers don't need, doing a nice job right there, is Scott. Chips it all the way down to the far end. 3:50 left in this period. The second period has been Mitchell Marlins, and now they're on a 5-on-3 power play, and a shot there goes wide. That shot was by Putz. And here comes Scott. That's Ethan Scott, going to take it down deep, going to carry it down deep. Probably a good idea. Waste a little time here. And here comes the Mitchell Marlins. They're coming up the other way. They're going to be have a 2-on-1 here. And there's a shot. I missed that number. It was number 4, Lucas Yerke.
Yep.
And 5-on-3 hockey here in the offensive zone for Mitchell. There's a push from behind off the puck. No harm. Mitchell's trying to group up here. And can't get that one down to Loken. Loken's going to try to look. Looking up in the center. High in between the circles is Contreras. And he buries it from high in the circles. He's had a good night.
He's had a good night as well.
He's a good defensive man, and he plays a lot of offense. 2:58, Mitchell Marlins are going to get another one on those penalties. Lucas, you said it early on. Lakers need to stay out of the penalty box.
They need to stay out of the penalty box. That's 4 goals That's,
4
that's
goals.
a 2-2 game if they're not in the box.
Yep, absolutely. And I'm sure Devin is well aware of that.
I'm sure he is.
And he will have that conversation in 2 minutes and 58 seconds in the
Yes, he
locker
will.
room. We're still going to be on a power play here, a Pelican Power Sports power play for the Mitchell Marlins. It's going to be 5-on-4 right now. Mitchell Marlins are going to try to get organized here. Foley's not letting it happen. He's running the show down here in the zone. And the Lakers doing a good job burning up this 26 seconds left in this power play. Now the Marlins are going to try. They're going to hurry up if they're going to have any type of power play here. We're down to 15 seconds.
Knopf and Foley are sure putting on some good pressure.
They aren't there. Here's Foley. He's going to look for a shot, a shorthanded. Tries to get to his backhand and can't do it, but nonetheless, he's burning up this power play. Thomas Foley doing a nice job burning that one up. 2 seconds to go here, and they're going to have full strength. That's Zeal. Caden Zeal, he wears number 12. We haven't said his name much, but he's been all over the ice.
Yes, he has.
I just miss his name, that's all. I watch him play, just didn't say his name. He's a good player for the Mitchell Marlins. 1:59 left in this period. We're at full strength for both teams right now. And the box has been the enemy for the Lakers. 4 goals scored on shorthanded for the Mitchell Marlins. Oh, that one comes off the faceoff. Dangerous shot.
It did.
Caleb was ready for that one. Got it on his stick, and another shot from deep in the corner goes off the pads. And there's another shot, same thing from the corner. He's just on upside of the red line there, firing it at the post.
Shooting everything. You know, and you look at the scoreboard for shots on goal, you know, Watertown was 16 and Mitchell's only got 19. The power play has certainly been the difference.
I think that was Levi Loken shooting that in the corner. Playing defense is Lucas Paul. He's been right in front of us most of the night. He's number 5 for the Mitchell Marlins. And this puck goes down into the defensive zone. Watertown Lakers hold the zone, almost hold the zone, and coming the other way is the Mitchell Marlins, and tried to drag it around McBride. That's not going to work. Held in for a moment by the Mitchell Marlins. Now this one comes all the way back, and Hudson Hendricks is going to have to go get that one in the far corner. Gets hit in the back, and I bet there's going to be a penalty there.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, so we're going to have a penalty here with a minute left in the period. It was a hit in the back. I'm assuming it's just a rough, I think, is what they're going to call.
Yeah, I think you're right.
At 1:08. So we've had a few penalties here. This one's finally going on
22.
Mitchell, number 22. And number 22 is
Sabres.
Oh, Sabres, I should have known that. His sister wears 12 on the girls' side. They skate just like one another. Face-off one here by the Lakers just for a moment, but Mitchell's coming down, and that's taken down. A Mitchell Marlin was taken down. That's probably going to be a hook. Oh, interference, yeah. It's hard to tell the difference. That was Daney coming down hard on Caleb. And I believe
Bowling.
that was Bowling. Doing a pretty nice job. What are you going to do on that play? You pretty much have to catch up with the play on that one.
Yeah, you do.
So, and that's interference by Bowling. Pair of 22s sitting in the box right now as the time clicks down. Lakers coming the other way. This is McBride. McBride on the far corner in front of the student section. We're 4-on-4 hockey. Looks like a power play for the Lakers. And coming out of that one is Daney and Bramer tangle up right in front, and we're going to get a penalty there too as McBride brings it the other way. And it's going to be a delayed penalty that's going to go on Mitchell Marlins, and that's going to be on Daney. Parker. So he's going to go in the box for 2 minutes.
Yeah, you had Bramer in the headlock down there in the corner.
So 6-2 game, Mitchell Marlins, 23 seconds left in this period. You're listening to 1480 AM, KSDR Watertown. GoWatertown.net. We're going to be 4-on-4 hockey here. And there's a shot from Esplin. The slap shot goes wide. Hits a Mitchell Marlin. And we're going to be 4-on-3 here for a little while. Esplin tries to get it in, can't get it to the net. Lots of resistance down there. Tries to get a wraparound, can't get one to wrap around, and this puck's going to come out of the zone. That's probably going to do it for the period. And that is going to end that second period. That was a pretty good, hot-paced, high energy period there, but
definitely was.
Unfortunately, it was dominated by the Mitchell Marlins. Let's try to recap some of this scoring. At 13:38, Mitchell scores to make it a 3-2 game, and that was Denny from Contreras. And then at 11:09, the Lakers, Evans gets a shot from the far corner, flat on the ice, and finds a 5-hole, and that one ties it up. And then Mitchell started pouring it on with 4 unanswered goals. Contreras at 7:47 gets one, and then it goes to 7:03, almost back-to-back there. Mitchell gets another one, and that's Putz. At 4:46, Mitchell gets another one yet, and that was Putz, and that was a hat-trick goal for him. At 2:58, Mitchell, Contreras gets one between the circles and buries it in the back of the net. So scoring-wise, it was all Mitchell in that second period, and it leaves us at 6-2 for the Mitchell Marlins. Shots on goal are about even, 19 for Mitchell, 16 for the Watertown Lakers.
Yeah.
And Lucas has an update, it looks like, from a game we've been watching.
I do. I have an update from the Rangers, Brookings Rangers, Sioux Falls 1 game. They are in the middle of the third period. Sioux Falls is up 2-1 on Brookings. We also have a final of the Brandon Valley Oahe game. Oahe came back and put 2 goals in. They won 5-4 over Brandon Valley.
So Oahe 2-0.
Yes, Oahe 2-0.
And they play tomorrow, I think, too. I'm not 100% sure, but that's okay.
Yeah, they do. They have Brandon Valley tomorrow.
They play Brandon Valley again?
Again.
Yes, they do. Probably because of the travel thing, right?
Yep, the travel.
That's a long haul.
Yep. And so Brookings and Sioux Center tomorrow, but we'll keep an eye on this Brookings Sioux Falls 1 game yet.
That's going to be an interesting one, but you look at Oahe and Brandon Valley, they got to meet again. And Oahe at 2-0 is going to have their hands full one more time.
Yeah. Rushmore has Aberdeen Cougars again tomorrow, but that's also because of travel.
Sure. So. Okay. Yep. You try to do best you can on that. Yeah. So we're really watching that Brookings game. Well, this game that we're watching, Lucas, you said it early on. The Watertown Lakers have shot themselves in the foot or skate, however you want to say it, by being in the box.
Yes, they have.
4 goals. Is it 4 goals? I believe when they were a man down, so they have to stay out of the box. One time I think it was 5-on-3, and yeah, I'm sure that's Devin's message right now is, guys, we have to stay out of the box. Some of the penalties that we've seen have been some penalties probably that you have to take, but nonetheless they're penalties and does put you down one man.
It does. It makes it difficult, and especially they've scored on those power plays. Most of them come within the first 20 seconds of them power plays that they've scored.
Mitchell Marlins they look pretty powerful in their offensive zone.
They do. They move the puck well. They have their head up, and it looks like they have a few set plays that they're running down there.
Yeah, I think they do. And then when you get into their defensive zone, the Lakers, there was a time in that second period, early on in that second period, the Lakers could not get out of the zone.
Yeah, they definitely couldn't. They got trapped in there. Almost looked like they got mesmerized by watching Mitchell. They were watching him play a little bit, and that's real difficult as a coach to get your players out of that.
Yeah, it seems like once you get into that little rut when you're down there, you just get stuck, and the longer you stay in that defensive zone, something bad's going to happen to you.
Definitely.
Nothing good happens in that zone if you're stuck there for too long. So, yeah, pretty good game here thus far. Jake Bramers played pretty well. Millen Evans, I think, is having a real nice game tonight.
I agree.
And Thomas Foley, he's been kind of a one-man wrecking crew here for the most part. He wins a lot of battles, and there was a power kill there that I think he about killed off on his own.
He did. Him and White Knopf, they were kind of a wrecking crew down there, and they just kind of let them guys have it, and they didn't get past the blue line for almost a minute there. So.
Yeah. So we thank all of our sponsor. It is, speaking of Foley, Thomas Foley, his dad and grandpa were the Foley Law Office, of course, in Watertown. The Foley's Vince usually comes up on Foley and Foley night. He is our game sponsor, but he has a crutch and a boot. And we can't get him up here through the hole.
No.
We thought about dropping the microphone down, and he just shook his head. He goes, no, he'll take this year off. But he'll probably come up at some point because he has a lot of interesting things to talk about. He can talk about the Watertown Laker history, the history of this rink, and the history of when it all started. His dad, John, was instrumental and probably the main reason why this rink is here and why Watertown Laker hockey is where it is today.
Yep.
And so we will have to get Vince up at some point and talk a little bit of Laker history. But we appreciate him doing the sponsor for the night, Foley and Foley Law Office. They've been around for a long time. If you're looking for any type of attorney advice in Watertown, everybody in town knows where that office is. So there's a lot of other people that make it happen. Pre-game show, Watertown Area United Way. Deutsch Excavating does the coach's comments. Starting lineup, First Choice Auto Wash, Dutch Boy Car Wash. Puck drop. Are we going to do a puck drop or a puck?
Chuck a puck?
A chuck a puck. I'm sorry, Puck Drop does Riddle Jewelry, and Health Source Chiropractic does Chuck a Puck.
Yes, I believe they are
Are they
doing
selling
that.
over there?
They are. They're
All
going
right.
like crazy right now, so I bet you here when the Olympia's done on the ice, we'll be seeing some pucks fly.
If we talk about it enough, Christy Evans usually brings us some.
Ooh, I like my odds from up here, Jim.
Yeah. I've never seen a win from up here. Been close. Jeff claims that he won. Jeff Anderson claims that he won one time from up here.
Huh.
I don't know. He can't prove it, though. So I don't know if he did or not.
Bad Jeff, I don't know.
But we're going to have Chuck a Puck from Health Source Chiropractic. Hockey Happenings, Sharp Automotive. Power Play Penalty Kill is Pelican Power Sports in Watertown. Timeout Scoreboard, First Premier Bank Card. Player of the game, Subway, is going to give was it a $10 certificate now instead of a foot-long sub?
Yeah, $10. That's great.
$10 to our player of the game that we will announce for the girls' games and the boys' games every time we broadcast. Big Brothers Big Sisters program means a lot to the Watertown Lakers hockey organization. Elite Drain and Sewer, First Bank and Trust help us out with that one on Foley and Foley Law Office Night here at the George Mace Ice Arena. Thanks to Nick Benteen back at the station and Kurt Crawford getting us on the air. It literally takes an army to get us on the air, but we are happy to be here and happy we can provide this service for all the Watertown Lakers fans. South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association, SDAHA, is your place to go and your place to follow Watertown Laker hockey, and also where you can follow the entire state. All league level games are right on SDAHA hockey.
Yes, SDHA.org.
Go to that and you can look up hockey, you can look up stats, and anything you want to know about South Dakota hockey, it's there.
It's there. Yes.
So we will continue on with our broadcast. 7 minutes left, and it's going to be a little interesting when we come out of the locker room here, Lucas. Are we going to be 5-on-4 hockey?
4-on-3 hockey.
4-on-3 hockey in favor of
Watertown.
Yes. So that's a good opportunity to get on the board, and I'm assuming Devin is probably thinking about that and who he's going to put out there. Typically, on your power play, you try to get your shooters out there, and we know Lakers have a lot of them. There was 6 different shooters last night that scored goals.
Yeah. 52 seconds will be 4-on-3, and then 4-on-4 for a minute 5, and then there'll be about 35 seconds left, or 30 seconds left of a power play for Watertown, or for Mitchell, or Watertown, excuse me. So they're going to have a couple opportunities here to bury a puck. A lot of ice, a lot of open ice with a 4-on-3.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of good opportunities for the Watertown Lakers. That's just where they want to be. You come out here fast and get a goal quick, a power play goal, and that could mean a lot in this game.
It can.
just momentum. You know, so much is about momentum.
You know, if you're just joining us and you come in or walking in the rink and you see a 6-2 score, that you're down. But you got to remember that Mitchell put up 4 of them here in the second period, and it only takes 4 more. Watertown will be back even, rubber match. They just got to go get after it here.
Yeah.
And play some hockey. Play like they did last night. Play with a little pep in your step, a little bit. I think, to be honest with you, have a little fun.
Yeah, it's 6-2, and that's hard to do. You gotta remember you're dealing with high school kids.
Yeah.
And a lot of ups and lots of downs. And at 6-2, and Mitchell's kind of I don't say dominating this game, but they're pushing the Lakers pretty good.
They are
right now, and the Lakers found themselves trailing a little bit, a step behind at times. And for a high school kid, it's hard to come out and say, yeah, let's just do this. Easier said than done.
It is. It's easier said than done, but I think Lakers have the crew to do it. They just got to put their mind to it.
Yeah. We've seen things happen like that. We've seen scores completely flip in a period, a lot of difference in a period.
Yes.
Oh, here we go. We're going to do our first chuck a puck.
Chuck a puck of the year. Hellsource Chiropractic got their nice logo on that deal out here at Center Ice. The Pee Wee boys are putting down.
Hellsource Chiropractic, they a long time, way back to when you were coaching, those guys were trainers for the Watertown Lakers.
Yeah, this is the first year they haven't been, and it's I think 8-9 years they did it for us.
Yep.
It was great.
Well, and I think their business has just gotten so big, maybe that, and there's some, they've got young kids and so forth.
They
and
do.
They're
Yep.
just gotten really busy, but the support that they continue to give, not only the in-kind thing that they did, but they support this Chuck a Puck, which generates money for the Watertown Lakers Association.
It does.
So far, nobody's hit the tarp.
Yeah, we had one roll across, but that was it.
Yep.
Oh.
That one's got to stop.
Oh, hold on.
Not one on the tarp yet.
No, but there's one closest to the tarp.
So now you just go closest to the tarp. There's a couple more out there yet, guys. Hold on. There's always some late ones. They think they're going to win at the end, right?
Is Don Bars here? That guy, I tell you.
Don Bars is a chuck-a-puck
Master.
I would say, a master or a pro. There's nobody won more chuck-a-pucks, chuck-a-ducks at one time than Don Bars. He used to perch himself just in back of the glass there, and he'd win all the time. Won all over the state.
He did, all over the state.
And Don Bars, he had 2 boys that played. You coached.
I did.
The Bars family, and was a big part of the Watertown Lakers Association for a long time.
Yeah, it's always fun to see those guys come back and see all the past players, and they're out here throwing chuck-a-pucks now, and they used to be the ones going, oh, can they hurry up with this chuck-a-puck?
Yeah, now it's fun, right?
Yep.
I think they sell 3 for $5, or I don't know how much.
Something like that.
Yeah, 3 for 3 pucks. They're the rubber pucks. And all the little, these are squirts, aren't they, Lucas?
These are Pee-wees.
Pee-wees. Pee-wee players got the skates and helmets on, and they get to pick up the pucks.
Looks like Riley Redland, Jet Ingen, and Caleb Bowling.
Bowling, his brother's playing.
He is.
How many bowling boys are there? Are there 2?
There's
sure.
two from that family, and I believe they got some cousins also. They play football, I think.
All right, good. Good. Some of these families do a lot of hockey. I know I did it for a lot of years. Still have hockey in the family with Jacqueline, who we spoke with. She's up in Concordia College, playing hockey up there at the college level. And Janelle, of course, plays for the Laker girls. So we're still a hockey family. We've been a hockey family for, it's got to be 20 years. Yeah, 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, my oldest is 22 now, and so it's been a while. Kids started young. I already told you, I can't even believe how many hockey sticks we went through, and I think my boys kept every hockey stick they ever broke. There's pieces of hockey sticks all over the house. You break a hockey stick, and you just can't seem to throw them away.
No, it's kind of like nostalgic.
Yeah.
You remember when this happened?
Yeah.
Tell a story.
They can look at those sticks, and they can tell you where they broke every one of them.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you see as many broken sticks as you used to? I haven't seen, of course, yet this year.
I think you do. I think it goes in streaks. I think the sticks made right now, I think they're pretty good. But a couple years ago, I think they weren't so good. Oh,
boy, when my boys were playing, I remember we bought a $300 hockey stick, and it broke in warm-ups.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Bauer, after 30 days, Bauer will warranty those sticks. But you still have a broken stick and you have to send it in. You got to get a warranty, so you still have to buy another one anyway.
Yeah, you do. You know, they're all kind of that way now. You know, there's actually a guy up in North Dakota that's fixing them things. And
Really?
Yes, and he's made himself quite a name for doing that. And I know, actually, look at that guy over there. That's Max Evans walking across the
Max Evans. He's a senior Watertown Laker, but he has moved on to another league, another level.
Yes.
Before his senior year.
Yes, he's doing quite well. Pretty neat to see him here.
Yeah.
Cheering on his brother. But yeah, the guy up in, I was just going to say, the
should
Evans,
get him up here.
The Evans kids, they all play with those sticks.
Oh, they do?
They do. They get their sticks fixed all the time by that guy up there. I think they can fix them once or twice.
So it works?
It works. It definitely
What do
works.
they put a sleeve in them, or how do they fix them?
I don't know. That's above my pay grade, Jim.
Let's go to my house and get as many sticks as we can find. It might be a pickup truck full. And we're going to drive and go see this guy.
Yeah, we should. We should.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with these. I have hung some on kind of the man cave area, and yeah, it'd be nice if we had a good source for those.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were buying a lot of sticks. I remember way back when even in Bantams and all the parents would be sitting in the stands and a stick would break and go flying, and all the dads would look at each other. Oh, we have a final. We have a final, Lucas. Read it to us.
Brookings Rangers, Sioux Falls won. Sioux Falls won over Brookings 2-1.
Brookings Rangers, boys varsity, 0-2.
0-2.
That's your state champ, and all the guns are pretty much still in place there, for the most part. That team is intact from last year. I think they had 2 seniors maybe. I can't remember. Not many, but wow. That turns the league upside down, or if not upside down, it sure makes it interesting.
It sure opens it up, I'll tell you that. Yeah.
And a team that you probably don't want to discount is Rushmore.
Oh, no. Oh, definitely
They were the runners-up last year.
Yes.
And that game could have went either way.
Yes.
Of course, like most championship games can.
Yes.
All right, so we are going to start out 4-on-3 hockey in favor of the Lakers. And then we're going to get, Mitchell's going to get a guy out and we're going to stay on the power play. Is that right? Is that the way I see it?
Yep.
I can't remember.
Yep. No, we'll be on the power play. We'll be 4-on-4 here, 4-on-3, then we'll 4-on-4, and then we'll be on the power play for 30 seconds again.
Loken and Workus. Loken wins that one for the Mitchell Marlins. He's going to try to weave in, looking for a shorthanded goal. That would not have been good in the Lakers. Ice a little bit wet, yet that puck just stopped over in the corner, and here comes Bramer. He's got that puck wheeling now. He's going to come into the zone with Evans and loses the puck off the side, gets it, and gives it back to Evans. Evans right at the red line down below over to Workus. Workus over to, is that McBride? McBride takes a shot, and it goes up and over.
Goalie stick, off his handle.
Puts his head back, and I think McBride thought he had one.
Yeah, I think so. It's a good shot.
Pretty good crew out here right now. Workus, Evans, Bramer, and McBride. All 4 of those guys can put it on the net, and that's exactly what I'm sure Devin has drawn up.
Yes.
Holding the zone is McBride. Nobody does it better. And there's a shot to Workus right in front, point blank.
It was a great play. Great heads-up play by Austed.
Good little give and go there. Probably not a real hard stop for Yerke, but it was point blank Workus. And they're going to face off again, and that's won by the Mitchell Marlins. That's Loken. He's not very big. He's winning those face-offs and hightailing it all the way to the other end all by himself.
He's quick.
Where Bramer finds it and takes it away from him and said, we're not going to do that anymore. Mitchell Marlins get a player out, and that's Sabres. So there's a shot by Workus. Workus has 2 of them in this Pelican Power Sports power play, and there's Evans at the red line. Pass it back to Workus. Trying to get it back out of the corner there. Evans going to try to give him a little help. A stick is down, and the puck is stuck to the ice. And Workus finds it again. Bowling's in there. He's going to take a shot just inside the blue line. And a pad save and a cover by Yerke.
I apologize for my camera skills here. They are not good.
We lost our camera guy. What happened to him?
I don't know, Carson. You owe me, buddy.
He's going to skate on Monday.
Yes.
He just vanished.
He did. Thin air.
All right, we're going to paint the picture no matter what the camera's doing. This one's going to all the way back to Scott. Ethan Scott going to try to bring it up out of the zone. Watertown Lakers still on a power play here. It's 5-on-4 hockey for 4 seconds if they're going to capitalize, they better hurry up, and the player's going to come out we're full strength, and Bowling's going to try to shoot it anyway and does. Yerke's way out of the net that time and makes the stop in front of the Mitchell's bench, and here comes Daly. Daly's going to scoot down in the corner, and could have been a trip. I looked, and there's no hands up, and this is Putz. Putz is going to take a shot right into the glove of Caleb.
Caleb flashing a little leather there. He saw that one coming all the way.
Yeah, and they do that little confident little flip there when they catch it in their glove. That's good for Caleb. Feeling good at goalie right now. Down 2-6, however, to Mitchell Marlins are the Watertown Lakers. And Putz, that's Tanner Putz. He's been all over the ice tonight, causing lots of problems for the Lakers. Got a hat trick. And he's going to catch it at the blue line in front of the Lakers bench and going to take it down deep. Everybody's kind of trying to get a piece of him. He still has the puck. Now he goes down. Gunnar Van Gilder can get him off the puck. Gunnar Van Gilder takes it around the back of the net. Zone is held by the Mitchell Marlins. Putz is down in the corner. Van Gilder gets into it with him down there, and that goes all the way out in the neutral zone. And
we're going to have an icing, I believe.
No, we're going to have a rough.
Penalty.
Yep.
A rough.
Yep, we're going to have a roughing penalty.
Number 20 for the Mitchell Marlins.
20 for the Mitchell Marlins is Mick Daly.
A power play opportunity here for the Lakers. This would be a good time for them to get one here quick and early. 14:28 left in this period. Time to capitalize.
It is. It is. And off the face-off, there was a shot that had to be covered there by Yerke. Drake Yerke is a senior goalie for the Mitchell Marlins. Been doing it for a while.
Yes, he has.
And this face-off is won by the Mitchell Marlins, and they're going to go 2-on-1 here. This is Denny. Denny going to take a shot, and it's going to go over the top of the glove of Caleb. And that's Parker Denny, I believe it was.
Yes.
He's going to get another one for Mitchell. And the Lakers need to stop the fire here. So at 14-15, the Mitchell Marlins strike first in the third period. We're at 7-2 right now. Shots on goal, 20-20. And that player almost goes in. That's Putz. Takes a shot and a check, and it's going to be a roughing. Putz almost went into the penalty box, but Workus is going to go into the penalty box for that shot instead. Pretty good check, I thought. Happened right below us, shook the Reliabank booth.
Sounded good.
It sounded good. maybe didn't look that good.
No.
So we're going to be 4-on-4 hockey here, about equal time with the penalties, 4-on-4 hockey, and here comes Evans. Down the other way, loses it with his skates, and that's tried to get in. Wyatt Knopf can't get it there. Evans tried to flip it in, and it's denied here by Mitchell Marlins up through as Contreras comes up through and takes it in. He's going to take a shot off the glove of Caleb. Caleb relies on his glove quite a bit.
He does. He does.
Some goalies will lean on their stick or their blocker a little bit more, or their pads for that matter, their leg pads. He uses his glove a lot.
Owen McBride, our goalie coach, is a past goalie. He's worked hard with Caleb on his glove a little bit, and actually bought the same brand of glove that Owen had, and trying to help him out.
Good. It's nice when those veterans come back and give back. Holding the zone is Mitchell. That's Putz. Number 2, that's Tanner Putz. Coming out of the zone here is McBride, and he takes it into the offensive zone. Going to wind up, held back. I thought he was going to do a slap shot. I was waiting for it. Evans, just inside the blue line, chips it to himself off the far boards. Now he's going to have that little flip shot right on the ice. That doesn't go through. Evans trying to get his stick on it, can't quite do it, and guess what? Here comes Mr. Putz, Mr. Tanner Putz down the other way. He's done it a bunch of times, scores another goal just at the red dot, and that one surprised Caleb on blocker side. That's a tough one on the blocker side because you're actually fading towards the shooter, and it goes right over the head. at
Cross
12.
your chest like that. That's a tough save to make from that angle.
It's a tough save to make. You can say that Caleb's not stopping the pucks, but the other argument is maybe that they're getting some clean shots. Isn't that the truth?
I would agree. I would agree with you.
And I think that is the case. Mitchell has had some clean shots. Good shooters, this Mitchell team.
Yes, they are. Great shooters.
Handling the puck is Denny, Parker Denny. And the Lakers are going to try to get this out of there with Scott. We're 4-on-4 hockey here for another second. And the Marlins are now full strength on a Pelican Power Sports power play as Yerke comes out of the bench. That's his brother. That's number 4. Lucas Yerke. And Mitchell Marlins are going to try to regroup here. Puck up to the blue line, and now it's dumped in by Yerkes, and Loken's going to chase. Ethan Scott's going to bring out a pass up out of the zone. Now it chips down deep into the zone. Watertown Lakers. That was Osted. Lakers playing a little bit of chase here of the Mitchell Marlins as of late. This Mitchell Marlin team is pretty fast.
Yeah, fast and physical.
Good footwork. They're going to beat some teams. They tied. Last night was at Aberdeen.
Aberdeen.
They tied with Aberdeen. A 1-1 tie. Looking for their first win of the year here with 11-26. 8-2 in favor of the Mitchell Marlins. And this one goes into the zone with Wyatt Knopp, and he's going to take a shot, and Yerke's got it in his glove. Yeah, good-looking Mitchell Marlins team. They really are. They're good footwork. And that must have been a battle at Aberdeen.
It must have been a battle last
Yeah.
night.
Holding the zone, the Watertown Lakers. This is Esplin. Gets it down deep, down to Riefenberger. Far corner. Mitchell Marlins take it away from Riefenberger down in the corner, and they're going to try to break out. Riefenberger's got it on his stick, blocked by Thomas Foley. Thomas Foley grabs it by his hand, throws it at his stick. Can't get a shot off. Mitchell Marlins again going to try to break it out. Reverse field behind their own net. Nobody to pass to here for the Mitchell Marlins, getting out of the zone and held in by Esplin. Esplin with a little backhander towards the net, and now it does come out of the zone. And Gunnar Van Gilder is going to be the first one to that one. Behind his own goalie. Going to break out of the zone, a cross pass all the way to Bramer. Bramer just got off the bench and got the puck, and there's a check right in front of us, shaking this Reliabank booth. We kind of like that when that shakes the booth. And the Lakers were obviously full strength here. 21 shots apiece for both of these teams. The scoreboard's a little different at 8-2, and here comes Evans. Evans going to take a shot right at the pads of Yerke. And the Mitchell Marlins in the near corner with Bramer. Bramer carries it between the circles, going to take a shot right off of a limb of the Mitchell Marlins, and is chipped off the boards and out of the zone by the Mitchell Marlins. Evans going to find it at the blue line, carries it in, takes a shot, nice shot, glove save there by Yerke. I don't know how that one got through. Millen Evans, I think I've called him Max a couple times. It is an Evans.
It is an Evans.
It's Millen. They
I think
all
he's
skate
the
the
biggest
same.
one too.
He's the biggest one of the Elvanses. Millen doing a nice job. He's just a sophomore.
Yes.
Off the face-off, McBride has a shot. Evans had a real nice shot to get him. Couldn't quite get it around the goalie. Yerke, I don't think, saw that one. There's a pad save. McBride shoots that one. And Workus is in there holding the zone. And does come out of the zone now, and McBride picks it up neutral zone. He's going to skate it up red line and carry it into the zone. Wanted to take a shot there, couldn't quite get it on it. And Bramer's going to try to trip it back to him. McBride whiffs on a shot. Now he gets it off. Workus tried to get a backhand rebound. Can't get that one in. Controlled the zone. Looking for Bramer on the far side. Lakers controlling the offensive zone here. They haven't done that much this game.
No.
Not for this long. And there's a shot by Evans right at the goalie. And Workus is wide open on the back door there.
Yeah, some great puck movement. I haven't seen that since the first period, really, with
Yeah.
Watertown. Maybe they calmed down a little bit. picking their heads up and actually winning a few races to the puck. It's good to see here. Hopefully they can keep it up for the next 8 minutes.
Yeah, you're right. Picking your heads up is important when you have to move the puck around and try to hold the zone. Here's Bowling. Going to chip it off the boards. Loken's going to try to carry it in. Can't. Delayed offsides and possession. Watertown Lakers. He whiffs on Bowling whiffs on it, and Loken's there to pick it up. Reverses fields in the near corner. And now dumps it back behind his own net. Mitchell Marlins. Right, point blank shot. That pass came right from the back of the net. And Mitchell Marlin's going to get another one at 7:31. And it's all Mitchell Marlins at this point at 9-2. It's been a while since the Watertown Lakers have scored. In fact, it was all the way back to the second period at 11:09 when Evans scored.
Yeah, that one snuck out there, and actually there was no defenseman in front of the net. Cover that guy coming in, and he had a free shot at the net on Caleb.
Yeah. And perhaps that part of the issue is your defensive men. Yep. You can't blame it all on the goalie, because when they're going one-on-one, there's hardly any goalies that are going to last very long. And this puck goes out of play after the faceoff. Everybody's getting a switch here. Mitchell Marlins starting to take it to the Lakers here. We're on run time, of course. Anything after 6 goals goes to run time. The clock's going to keep going, so this thing will be over in 6.5 minutes. And another puck goes out of play over to the Lakers bench. That's Daney, number 21, for the Mitchell Marlins. That's Paxton Daney. He's a 9th grader. We're going to face off to the left-hand side of Caleb. Won by the Lakers, Gunnar Van Gilder. Takes it around the circle, holding the zone of the Mitchell Marlins. Thomas Foley finds it on his stick. He's going to take it right around the back of his own goalie. Looking for a pass cross ice, can't connect. Neutral zone. Mitchell Marlins. That one is taken away by Mitchell between the circles. Not a good shot. Couldn't get a good shot off, I should say. And holding the zone is the Mitchell Marlins. Dumps it back to a teammate. Couple new players in for the Mitchell Marlins. Some of these guys, McCormick is in, doing a nice job getting it into the zone right now. We'll try to get some of these names. It's Nathan McCormick.
Yeah, some of the JV guys from earlier tonight are getting a few shifts in here.
Yep. Sabres are still out there. And this is Tommy Foley with a nice move and gets a real nice shot off. Kind of a jump around a player. He did a good job there. Tommy Foley's a pretty good hockey player.
He is. He's had a good game tonight.
He has. He has had a real good game. Holding the zone is Watertown Lakers. And this is McBride from a defensive position. Puts one right square on the ice. And that doesn't get very far, that shot. And here comes Saber. He's number 22. Caught there by Workus. Workus in the near corner. Trying to break it out. Cross ice pass into the neutral zone. This is Wyatt Knopf. Wyatt Knopf tries to get a wraparound, stopped pad save. And here's Bramer, number 11 for the Watertown Lakers. Had a good night last night, played well tonight. 4:12 left in a 9-2 contest. Here's Bramer right up front, gonna try to scoop it in. Can't get around Drake Yerke at this point. He's done a nice job holding the net down all the way back to the 11-minute mark in the second period, has not let anything in. We're going to have a timeout. And the timeouts, First Premier Bank. First Premier Bank card sponsors all the timeouts. I don't know who called that one. Did the Lakers call that one?
I'm not sure.
Somebody did, because we are in a timeout. 9-2 game. Look at the shots on goal.
Yeah.
Watertown Lakers, 28 shots on goal. Mitchell with 9 on the scoreboard, 22 shots on goal.
Referees having a good conversation here. Looks like they're all chuckling a little bit.
Yeah, they hear it. They hear it all sometimes with these kids on the ice. Some of the stuff will make you laugh. Some of the stuff will make you wonder. And some of it is more like just knock it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the referees hear it all.
Yeah, definitely.
Good and bad. A lot of good in all these kids. These are good kids. They put a lot of time, a lot of effort into what they do here, playing high school hockey. Off the face-off, Workus in the offensive zone, held in by Bramer. Now it comes back out. That's Sabers on the far side. Sabers going to carry it in right in front of the student section. Get it to his forehand, going to shoot it off the shoulder, I believe, of Caleb, and that puck goes out of play. 3:39, this clock's going to keep on running. We are in run time. Last night was the other way around against Huron. The Lakers were in run time.
Yeah.
Face-off, far dot. And Mitchell, this is Putz, can't quite circle it around. It looked like he was going to try to get to his forehand. Couldn't quite get it in there as Mitchell plays in their offensive zone. His Bowling grabs it and takes it all the way across ice to Bramer. Bramer tries to weave through traffic, gets it picked off of his stick.
Probably should have pulled the trigger there.
Yeah, probably should have shot at this point, you're right. Bramer's got good hands. He had a cousin with good hands.
Yes, he did.
They play a lot alike. Genetics is a weird thing. And here comes Bramer trying to get it on his stick, and he does. He's going to just flip it out of the zone, and they're going to have to get a change. Lakers are pretty tired at this point, I think, or it's kind of hard to play at this point in a 9-2 game with 2 minutes left. Gunnar Van Gilder finds it over along the far boards over there, and Holeen is into play. He played a little JV earlier, and he's a pretty good player. That's Gabriel Holeen.
Yeah.
He wears number 21. Does a lot for that JV team.
He does. Does a lot.
And this is Allard. Allard's going to try to weave around and can't get a shot. The puck is loose in front of the net. And Yerke got lucky there. I'm going to call it luck.
I think so.
That one stayed out.
Allard and Holeen were there.
And there's a shot from the blue line. That was from Esplin. Esplin's got a pretty good shot from his defensive spot. And here comes the Mitchell Marlins going the other way. Esplin playing defense, and there's a shot. They're on the far dot in front of the student section, and that one gets past Caleb at the 139 mark. And it only gets worse for the Watertown Lakers, making this one 10-2. I'm not sure who that one was. It might have been Loken, maybe?
I think it was Loken.
I'm going to give it to Loken because our scoring doesn't matter anyway. We're not the official scorer, so it doesn't matter. In 10-2, it doesn't matter either. The Lakers are going to have to check up on the offsides, and here's Yerke coming across and into his offensive zone, and Foley finds it, going to take it the other way up through the neutral zone, going to pass it up here to
Wyatt.
Pass it up to a teammate, Wyatt Knopf. I miss him quite a bit. I don't know why. And this is McBride right down in front of us. The referee can't get out of the way on that one. And that's chipped in deep by the Mitchell Marlins. That was Brady Hulls. He's a sophomore playing in the end of this game. And a little sloppy, not much possession here. It's that one of them kind of games with 28 seconds left. A little collision in the center ice. No harm. There's Bowling trying to get a hold of it. Getting a little bit chippy here at the end of the game. Nothing serious. And this is going to tick down at 14 seconds. It's McBride over on the far corner going to just try to hold the puck. Can't do it. Mitchell comes out of there with it like they have all the game. And Mitchell Marlins are going to have it in neutral ice here, and that's going to be it as the clock ticks down. Winning on shots on goal is the Watertown Lakers, 31-23, but the scoreboard is lopsided at 10-2. I don't know how that happens sometimes, but it does happen.
Well,
Mitchell Marlins are pretty good shooters, I think, is what it amounted to.
That and penalties hurt Lakers tonight.
They did. Early on was a second period that you talked about it. There was four
power play goals by the Mitchell Marlins that really separated them there.
It did. It kind of got the momentum going the other way. And sometimes when that momentum swings, you just can't get it back. And that's what happened to the Lakers tonight.
Yeah.
Let's recap just a little bit of scoring here. I'm going to go back all the way to 7:47 in the second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 unanswered goals by the Mitchell Marlins, which is a little bit unheard of, and that makes it tough on any team. Third period started out at 14:15. Mitchell scored. That was Daney. And then 12:49, there was another Mitchell score by Putz. 7:39, Mitchell scores again. I didn't get that one. And in minute 39, Mitchell scores, and that was Loken. So, yeah, too many scores in a row there unanswered. And the Mitchell Marlins had a good night. After tying Aberdeen last night in a 1-1 game, they scored some goals this game.
They did.
So 10-2 is our final, and the Mitchell Marlins are going to have their first win of the year. And good for them. The Watertown Lakers, however, go to 1-1. Had a really good game last night against the Huron, and on the weekend they're going to end up 1-1. And I guess at this point you take it.
You do. It's not a bad way to start off the season either.
It's not. And I'm sure Coach McMullen has seen a lot of good things and some things to work on. It's early in the year, though. You know, a lot of these games, it doesn't get to the nitty-gritty until you get after Christmas for sure. You get into January, February. Then you start thinking about things a little different. And a lot can change with this Lakers team. Lines can change. I mean, there's a lot of changes that are going to happen between now and, you know, mid-December time.
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely even Caleb in net there. You know, he probably had a couple that he probably should have stopped.
Yeah.
But the penalties in the end, I put that more of a 2-3, 2-4 game maybe for the Mitchell Marlins still. But in the end, I think this is a throwdown battle 2 months from now.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think this is going to be a different game. And I think the other thing that I saw, and we talked about it just a little bit, you know, it's easy to lay this on your goalie. But I think Mitchell had an awful lot of uncontested shots.
They did.
They did.
Like open shots that they were allowed to take, yes.
Yeah, and it seemed like a lot of times our defenders were there, but they perhaps weren't in the shooting lanes.
Yes.
And, you know, that's here nor there, and you don't blame it on anybody. But it's at the end of the day, it's a team game. Subway player of the game, Tommy Foley. I kind of agree with that. He played a good game, and he was all over the ice tonight. Made it difficult at times for Mitchell.
Yeah, him and Austin McBride, I thought were Tommy up at forward and Austin back on defense. I thought they played very solid together, and they worked well, and they tried to make their teammates better. It just wasn't the night for that.
Yep, and at this point, a lot of times we will get a coach up here. My guess is that Devin has a lot to talk to the players about. I'm assuming he's not coming up. We're going to give it just a little bit here on our post-game show, and Hockey Happenings, we can call this also. Sharp Automotive sponsors that. We've done the Subway Player of the Game, Thomas Foley. He wears number 13 from that Foley family, and it's kind of neat. And Foley Law Office night, Tommy Foley is a Subway Player of the Game, and that all fits together real nicely. He had a really good game tonight. He
did. He was fun to watch, even though the game didn't go the Lakers' way.
There's been a lot. You talk a little bit about the Foleys on the Foley Law Office night. Can you name the Foley players? I don't know.
Oh, boy.
It started out with a daughter.
Yeah, Mary.
Mary, yes. I can't. I'm asking you.
I'm working. I'm thinking here. And
and you coached a couple.
I did. And then we had Johnny.
Yep, goalie.
Good goalie. Lefty.
Yeah, lefty goalie,
Yep.
Yeah, you don't see those very often.
No. And then Joe. Joe's, of course, coaching now with Devin here at Boys Varsity.
Yep. Are you going in order here, or is it random?
I'm not. I'm missing one. I'm missing one. Of course, we have Tommy out here, but oh man, you're killing me, Jim.
I don't know how many there were.
I think there's 5. Oh,
5.
There's Devin. Devin's here.
Devin's here. Come on
go,
over, Devin. Devin McMullen, the Lakers coach. And coach, I appreciate you coming up. And a different game than last night.
Yeah. Yep. It was just it was a eye opener, if you want to say, kind of thing. You need these games though at the same time to kind of evaluate what we have. And Mitchell, they came out to play. They wanted that puck just more than we did. And
Yeah, I think they won some races. They probably won a few more races. And the other thing I know that Lucas pointed out at some time in the second period, 4 power play goals.
Yep, yeah, and that was something that we've known for a while. Is if we take a lot of penalties, we're gonna pay for it, kind of thing. And that's any team. If you give the other team enough opportunities, they're gonna put the puck in the net.
So did Mitchell Marlins, it's early in the year, of course, but did this team surprise you a little bit, or do you just expect every league game to be like this?
Yeah, it's especially for a guy like myself. I don't know any teams really. I would say right now we're just kind of seeing what's out there kind of thing, in the sense of, I'm expecting from here on out any team can beat any team.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where if we don't come to play, we're not going to win very many games.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of coaches do. They'll focus on what they're doing. They don't look at the other teams, and I think that's what you guys are doing. What did you see tonight on the positive side for your team?
When we did get the shots on net, when we got it down low, we were controlling at times, but it was just a little bit of inconsistency, whether it was penalties or a couple D zone breakdowns. I think honestly there was 6 minutes of the game that turned this game from being a competitive game into a blowout kind of thing.
Yeah,
so.
Right. So when you go in the locker room after a game like this, new team, you're new to the program and so forth, what's the first thing that's come out of your mouth when you walk in the locker room?
When I went in there, after a game like that, they know that they need to be better after that.
Yep.
There's not too much to say. Obviously, like I said, there's some things opening up in my eyes. We'll have to work on our conditioning. That was one thing that I really thought that really hurt us, and you could just see that Mitchell just had that extra stump.
Okay, good. Well, we go till next Friday? Is that correct? Is that our next one?
Yeah,
and that's at home. Is that Brookings comes to town?
Yeah, and that was one thing that I told the guys at the end of the talk. There was, after a game like this, we have Brookings, and if we can have a bounce back game and kind of show what we have in that game, I think that's kind of get to see what kind of team we have, right? Games like that, we want to make sure that we come up for those games, but at the same time, we got to take care of our stuff too.
And Coach, you may not be aware of this yet, but Brookings, as you know, lost last night to Oahe. Mm-hmm. They lost tonight to Sioux Falls 1.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So and they have to go down to Sioux Center tomorrow. So I don't know what kind of Brookings team we're going to see. I got a feeling you'll see a good quality Brookings team. Mm-hmm. And and you guys have a week to work on things. Yeah. And get on track.
Yeah. It's early in the year. We knew I knew we weren't going to be a perfect team, perfect record, anything like that. But now it's just like you said, work on what we need to. I always say to the boys, now we just got to pick up the lunch pails and get to work, right?
Yeah. And you said it's early in the year. This is very early in the year, obviously. And now is the time when you kind of find your team and kind of how you're going to match up and so forth. So it's easy to say, we want to win every game, but on the other hand, you just say, hey, it's early. We got a long ways to go, guys.
Yeah. The biggest thing I like when they left the room there, I said, remember how last night felt? Now remember how this felt. So.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely, and that's all you can do. Well, Coach, we appreciate you taking the time to come up here. I know you guys have a lot to do down below before the game, after the game, but we always like to have you up here. We are going to broadcast in when Brookings comes to town. It'll be next Friday, and we'll be ready for that. Coach, have a good week of practice, and you had a good weekend. You come out of it one-on-one, one-on-one.
Yep.
So, good job. Thanks for coming up.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
Yeah, we appreciate it. That's Coach Devin McMullen, head coach of the Watertown Lakers, and has a nice demeanor about him.
He does. He's very calm.
He just
very
does.
Nice demeanor guy.
Yeah, and you obviously know him way better than I do, but I like his personality. I like how his kids respond to him. Yep. And, boy, there's just a lot of positive. I think that's going to happen.
I think so.
You really can sense it that he's very calm.
He is very calm, and the players respected that. And I think he's gonna get it out of him.
And I think more than anything, maybe his calmness is professionalism.
Definitely.
Yeah, he's very professional, and Can't wait to see what happens with this Laker team. So the Lakers dropped this one in 10-2 against a pretty good shooting Mitchell Marlins team. And from KSDR AM 1480 and our live stream, GoWatertown.net, Nick back at the station, Kurt Crawford, who always gets us going well, Lucas Deutsch, Jenny Workus. This has been a good weekend.
It has. You know, Jim, you just put me on the spot here with the Foley kids.
Are you still thinking about it?
I got it. It's Andy. I forgot Andy. I had to reach out, phone a friend here, actually phone my wife, but I was having a weak moment. But yeah, it's Andy. I apologize, Andy, if you're listening.
Yes, Andy, don't worry about it. Lucas only forgot about you for a little while.
Yeah, for a little bit.
All right, well, Lucas Deutsch, this has been a good weekend. We're going to come back. Our next broadcast is going to be next Friday, an 8 o'clock game. Brookings comes to town, and I've got a feeling the Watertown Lakers are going to be ready for Brookings. Brookings in a bit of a slump.
They are.
We'll take that, huh? Come
on
up, boys.
That. It's going to be a fun day.
Come on up. They may be really hungry for a win.
They might be.
So, all right, on behalf of KSDR, Nick back at the station, Kurt, this is Jim Lloyd and Lucas Deutsch. We are going to sign off for the night. Back to you, Nick, and the stations. Good night from the Watertown Laker, George Mace Ice Arena.
Thank you.